Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Fatiha Nabila. In this video, I'm going to give you an opinion about the cross-cultural understanding material. This video is a midterm assignment. Americans are very direct communicators. They tend to convey their entire message verbally, paying less attention to body language. People are expected to get to the point. Americans are generally quite enthusiastic, assertive, and persuasive in their speech. Americans may speak at higher volumes in public space. However, they generally do not appreciate loud or emotional outbursts. The culture shock felt by Indonesian students who study in America is quite large. The different habits include how to make small talk, chat, and make friends. In Indonesia, we rarely make small talk with completely unknown people, while in America, people will be very friendly in starting a conversation, even with strangers or even with people who happen to meet like in an elevator or while waiting for something. Every country has its own special way of parenting, which is bounded by its culture, tradition, and way of life. American culture is relatively individualistic, meaning that the responsibilities usually fall on the individual and don't burden the collective. But the rest of the world functions differently, especially in Latin, Asian, and African culture. In this culture, there's more of an emphasis on the collective, which is give parents stronger support system. American mothers typically feel like they have to do it all or else they are failures. They have to be driven career women, present mothers, and strong wives, but this puts a lot of pressure on the woman. For that reason, other women in different countries don't burden themselves with so many hats. One of the most significant differences between American and Indonesian culture is individualism. Americans tend to be very individualistic, whereas Indonesians tend to be group and family-based oriented. Most American adults leave their homes and want to be independent when they turn 18, whereas so many Indonesians live with their parents even after they have married and have kids. Indonesian families stick together to ensure each member of the family internalize the same values. Secondly, American has a lower power distance than Indonesia. In Indonesia, we can call our aunties and cousins who are older than us only by their first name. It is considered impolite. By contrast, in America, it is customary to call everyone by their first name, even older people. Americans even refer to their parents as you. This is forbidden in Indonesian culture because it is considered rude. Indonesians have a different attitude toward time and are generally quite flexible when it comes to meeting deadline or showing up at the appointments. In Indonesia, the cultural phenomenon of arriving late for an appointment is called jam karet, meaning elastic time, literally rubber time. It is difficult to say whether Westerners are more aware of the scarcity and finiteness of the time compared to Indonesians, but for sure, the different attitude brings along a different approach to time management. Therefore, do not be surprised if the deadlines are not met or people are late for an appointment or do not show up at all. Usually, a small excuse is used to explain the situation. For example, in the bigger cities of Indonesia, a late arrival is often blamed on the traffic congestion, whether true or not. As we know, Indonesian students must graduate from their examination to continue their study. Moreover, the teacher never appraises and doesn't give freedom to express their thing. The student must obedient to education curriculum which hold on textbook and material to be memorized. Difference with education in America, Students get freedom for choose to listen and students can to express all of thing which in their thing. In USA, the teacher are appraising the argument without restrict the students' creativities, with the result that the student very likely go to school and very likely to do assignment from school which interests. In there, every student accepted with difference and little skill appraised, with the result that the student can motivate for study. Motivation for study developed with better also thinking skill, initiatives, and creativities. Maybe that's making American difference with Indonesia. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.